You're constantly communicating,
Yes.
even if you are not communicating.
I wouldn't know if you didn't tell me.
And non-communication is going to come out in your body language.
Yep. You feel as though that you are superior in knowledge in this.
Run.
This person's a walking radioactive sign. What is your favorite non-verbal way each of you says I love you?
Nonverbal communication skills. So I had an ex in college, and she broke up with me. And one of the things that she had mentioned was nonverbal communication skills. I thought it was complete like malarkey. I do feel like there's a lot of merit to it, or for what men are accustomed to.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things that I tell you all the time, like, I wouldn't know if you didn't tell me. Like, literally, for a man and man brain and mansplain and all that other stuff, like, literally.
They need plain English in front of their face.
If you tell, but if you,
on a big ass sign.
but
Times
see,
New Roman, bold.
see, we do that and we
Don't
say
even read the
that.
fucking sign.
We say
Don't even
that.
read the
Don't read the sign with the
Okay,
neon
so,
lights.
I mean,
and the
I said it
flashing.
earlier, can't read. No, I'm kidding.
I was
But,
like, those lights are pretty.
Right, it's like, did you read the message?
but see, with
Okay.
that though, I feel like,
Right.
again, you know, it kind of goes both ways. So what were you about to say?
So, two questions.
Yes.
Involving your ex when it came to nonverbal communication.
Mm-hmm.
Was she struggling with your nonverbal communication in terms of intimacy?
No.
Like in terms of like your intimate touch, like you can express your love through.
No.
I feel like what the example that is coming to my mind was when you came over here the other day and you were
Hangry?
hangry.
Absolutely, I was hangry.
And so, did I know that he was hangry? Did I know that he was hungry? Did I know that he hadn't eaten that day? No.
Mm-hmm.
But when he came in here, he was salty and sarcastic and completely silent. Like quiet, came in, put his step down, started doing something, and it was like, what are we?
Good, my guy?
Yeah, and it was like, okay. There was nothing. It was like Munchkin's my cat. Munchkin gives me more communication. She doesn't even talk. So I was like, okay. And then eventually, I think we like went and like got food or whatever. And then he wants to like totally like switch gears and like personality shift.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, but now I'm still like on the fact that you came in here like looking, sounding crazy. Like what? Like,
Because you're hungry?
right? And then I had to like, and he's like, no, I'm good now and everything's fine. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't. Like, I'm not.
I have to be honest with you though, like there are things that you do where I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't know what to do. So
Okay, let's not deflect.
And that's fair.
no, I
that's-
like it because I was angry.
But that's fair though. Like there are certain things that it doesn't matter where or what your partner or how long you and your partner have been together, and that's something that will also come with time. So
Yes, there are things that are.
I was actually about to say that because
those things like learning body language, like same thing. Previous relationship.
whoa.
So with him,
Whoa.
so with
Wow.
Okay.
So with him in particular, and he as well had gotten very good at reading my body language.
Mm-hmm.
So even when there were times I didn't necessarily want to speak or I didn't really feel like I could speak, he paid enough attention to my body to be like, nah, something's off. Like he'll just come over and just give me a hug, or he'll just kind of like, well, he's much larger than me. So he'll just kind of like grab my face and look at me and be like, you good? And I'll just kind of be like, I'll be all right. And he'd be like, you sure? And I'll be like, yeah. I'd be like, okay. Or like, if he knows I'm feeling extra stressed, I'll just go over and like lay on him. So it's like those type of things like you'll start to understand and learn with your partner, especially quicker if you pay attention. And it's like, you're quiet. Why? You're never this quiet. Why are you quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like, you came in and went right to sleep? Who stressed you out today? Like little stuff like that. So in terms of the nonverbal, I think it's it's an harder, but it's an easier cheat code for other people to see how well you know your partner. Because those partners that you can see, like, especially at like functions or family gatherings or whatever, especially if you peep it and other people don't peep, like you see like those cousins or those family members, you're like, what look did she just give him? Wait, now they're leaving?
Yeah, man. That's
Didn't
the look.
say nothing to nobody or
That's
nothing.
the look.
Just look
goodbye.
just looked at him, or not even. He doesn't like. She doesn't have to look at him. He sees her and is like, yeah, she's ready to leave. Or same way I was like, we went to like this party or this gathering or something, and could tell after a minute, like the party where it just really wasn't either of our vibes. I was down to stick it out because I'm like, we outside. But for him, he was kind of just looking around a little bit more stiff in terms of how he was carrying himself. And at one point, we had stepped out and got some air. And I just kind of asked him, I was like, yo, you want to get out of here?
All right, we can leave right now.
And he was like, thank God you was like, thank God you said that. Let's go.
So that's fair. One of the things that I wanted to ask, not to cut you guys off, do you think that there's ever a time where you like don't communicate?
No,
Where it's like appropriate not to communicate?
Yes.
No.
Appropriate? No. It's like you're breathing. You're constantly communicating, even if you are not communicating. You are constantly communicating.
Right. And non-communication is going to come out in your body language.
Yep.
Or you're going to feel it some kind of way.
Like,
it's going to be taxing in some other kind of way.
Prime example, right now, how you're sitting. Exactly how you're sitting. You are communicating that you're curious. You're interested in the conversation.
I just want to stay in frame, I guess.
That's
Don't mess with you.
But you're actively paying attention.
You're absorbing the information.
Your arms aren't crossed across your body, so you're still open.
Right, you're
you're open. You're receiving.
Oh, wow. I'm on pod with a bunch of detectives, guys.
But all of that is body language. Even, honestly, could be you're a little nervous because you keep messing with your feet.
No.
You
see this? Like, I'm just like...
But just like... in
how crazy my toes look? Like, you see this?
People gotta pay for that, yo.
Yeah, oh, my bad. No. That's why I'm just like kind of like...
Even like the self-conscious kind of
more
thing.
Like a sensory thing. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Or self-conscious. But again, you are still constantly communicating throughout. It's just a matter of knowing what body language to read and how to read it. And I honestly think the more effective communicators are the ones that can read body language.
I agree, though.
Better than they can read what actually... And fun quote for everyone. Shout out to my dad, Anthony Sims, for saying this to me since I was a kid.
Shout out Anthony Sims.
Shout out to Tonio. Love you.
Yes.
He says the mouth will say anything. The body will never lie.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, your dad's a wise guy.
Your body will never tell a lie. So if you're a woman in that relationship and you realize you ain't getting as fired up as you used to, something's wrong.
In what capacity?
Like, let's say I have to speak this on y'all, but let's say for whatever reason, you two start drifting apart. Or for whatever reason, like it just little bits of connection just keep getting lost. Lost. Let's say as soon as you touch Maya, she ready.
Okay.
Now it takes her 10 minutes to get ready.
Intriguing.
Her body will start to reject you after a while. And
That is very true.
I'm about to break up.
It can be anything from... she's not ready intimate, like sexually she's not ready. The smell of you could turn her off or turn her away.
Interesting.
Like your natural pheromones could be like, she's like, nah, I don't like this.
Okay.
Like your voice, how you sound, like all of those things can
start to like make you cringe. And I've been around people where it's like either start off a certain way and things shifted and it's like, oh God, like, or like the person was always like their smell for whatever reason, it wasn't something they were wearing. It's like their body scent was like off-putting.
Yeah. Or the energy, or even certain people that you come across with, and I'm sure both of you have experienced this. Like you walk into a not to say a party, but you walk into a group, like a room full of people, and you're just mingling around, walking through. You feel a weird chill. Your stomach gets randomly like queasy.
It's like
barely ate anything, but your stomach feels weird.
Okay.
And you start to talk to somebody, you shake their hand, you realize like you pay attention, their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Or it's like everyone else is real cool with this person, but their energy for you is like something about it is off. Your body will pick up on a lot of things, and people will say it's intuition. Some people will say it's your conscience. Personally, discernment, it's all the same name. It's same shit. We're all not denying its existence. We also have a different name for it.
Okay.
It's whatever that internal compass is for you, it will lead you right or wrong. Granted, the big issue or the big struggle for us internally is to figuring out whether this is positive or negative.
Okay.
Because a lot of the butterflies or those type of responses that we get from people, sometimes they're not always oh my God, this person's amazing. It could be, yo,
Run.
this person's a walking radioactive sign. You need to get the out of Dodge right now. So
like those butterflies are explosives.
Yeah, or those butterflies is that adrenaline to get your body ready to run. So learning how to discern the good from the bad based off of those experiences is a big, at least for me, is a big thing that has kind of led me in some of the best and possible worst experiences that I've had. But,
intriguing.
We've learned.
It's a little touchy. So
ask it.
So, well, it's not necessarily touchy in a way. It's not touchy in a way where it's like, okay, well, it's condescending. For me,
ask the hard question. Ask it.
The hard question is the question for me specifically. It's like mansplaining. Even for our last podcast that we did. One, I technically hated it, but two, not the
story that I told.
No. And then it was forgiveness. That was very convicting because I was like, dang it. How are you going to do this to me? And I'm like, now I have to forget these people.
Yeah.
Now, no, it was when we were in Howard Mill. And then we were talking about like, well, what do you value? I really felt overwhelmed with the amount of information. There's over communicating. And then I feel like there's communicating just enough. And then sometimes I feel like there's under communicating.
Yes.
There's a name for mansplaining specifically where I feel like a lot of women are like, okay, well, he said like a sentence and I'm supposed to go off of this sentence. But that sentence, I feel like means everything to the man. Go ahead.
I feel like, granted, it could also be societal context as well.
Yes.
Societal context, at least for me, in the terms of mansplaining.
Okay.
Mansplaining to me means you're trying to, quote unquote, educate me on something.
No.
Based off of, I'm using that term very loosely.
Okay.
Using the term, like you are trying to educate me on a topic where you feel as though that you are superior in knowledge in this.
So no, I don't know. So this one
it's a very condescending kind of.
So this one specifically is not necessarily like a general, like, I feel like women need to be inside of like the kitchen and make sandwiches because, they can't change radio antennas because they have to climb 400 feet.
But mansplaining mansplaining would.
This is how you turn the light. There's actually a twist in here. And when you touch the twist, you can twist it to the right.
That's mansplaining.
And the light turns off.
So my mansplaining, because I'm a man, is like twist the knob. And then I feel like my rebuttal from whomever, but typically a lady, would be which way? And I would be like twisted.
But that's for you.
Okay.
That's not mansplaining though.
No.
That's not mansplaining.
So that's not mansplaining.
That is not mansplaining.
From a man.
No.
From a man. No. That is you simply trying to give direction. That is what that is.
Are you, let me just ask you a question. Are you talking like, the specific example, so when we were at how
Manuela
was in the,
yes.
Or whoever was in the garage,
yes,
trying to figure out where to go.
Two completely
and you
different
were like,
sets of information.
over there, go over there. And she's like, what is that? That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, because, she's swinging the camera and I'm like, sweetheart, like, it's like, I don't know if it was Wi-Fi, but your camera was here for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, walk forward. And it's like,
that's not mansplaining. That sounds like somebody that can't take direction.
So
I love you, Dennis.
At least from that little tip, that sounds like somebody who cannot necessarily take direction.
Every once in a while, not give as much direction as needed. And so that's under communicating. That's not mansplaining. Right. It'll be like in his mind, he's a very clear picture.
I feel like under communication and mansplaining, I feel like those two things are synonymous.
No, they are not.
Those are
so mansplaining is condescending,
opposites.
And then under communication is not giving.
Under communication is not giving enough specific information.
I wouldn't say specific. It doesn't give enough crucial information to get a task done.
Yes.
So if someone's telling you to make a grilled cheese sandwich and they just tell you put bread and cheese in a pan, that doesn't necessarily tell you how to make a grilled cheese. That's under communicated.
Right.
Now, mansplaining, according to Google, refers to the act of a man explaining something to someone, typically a woman, in a condescending or patronizing manner, often assuming she lacks knowledge about the topic.
Yeah, there you go.
So mansplaining is condescending.
Yes. And it comes from a place of...
under communication is like not giving enough information.
Not
Correct.
giving the information that's needed, right, like you said, to get the test done.
That's like your teacher giving you the syllabus for an essay, and they only give you the page limit, but they don't tell you the topic.
Right.
And then they get mad at you for not going on topic. That is under communicating.
If I wanted to give a specific example for Manuela, it needed to be, not forward or over there. You need to be, there's a black gate. Okay, there's going to be a gate and there's a sign on it that says this.
You need to smoothly move the camera from left to right.
Slow down. Slow down. Just stop where you are so I can see. Okay, now where you are, you need to go to your left. Okay, there's going to be a door. Go through the doorway, and then you're going to turn to your right. That is, that versus over there, forward. Those things they're just too general, or general, usually.
Yeah. So a better example of mansplaining that might help, interrupting and explaining something that's already known. So a man interrupts a woman explaining a situation and proceeds to explain it back to her, even though she was already clear on the details. So that's like me telling, that's me as a pilot being like, oh, I fly this particular plane doing this, and random Joe Schmo is over here talking about this random plane. I'm like, sir, talking about a helicopter. And I'm like, sir, what you just described was a helicopter, not an airplane.
Paul.
Okay, yeah.
Paul, I am saying yes. I was like, what is a good example? Paul.
This guys is effective communication between couples.
Yeah. So the way he be explaining how you and it might not even be right to other audio people, it's like
specifically specifically in the piece of possibly lacking knowledge in that particular topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that would be mansplaining. That
is mansplaining. I feel like you have very clear ideas in your mind, but you don't use all the words to relay them. I know that you know, to a point where other people, Manuela, in the beginning, she's like, you gotta finish your sentences. You speak the same way with me. I know exactly what you mean and what you're saying because I've known you long enough and I listen to you. Other people don't always get everything that you're saying.
Effectively communicating means explaining everything to someone as if they're 5 years old.
Yes.
And that's not condescending.
No.
I mean, you can do it in a condescending way.
You definitely can.
But that's a way for you to be that way.
That's a way for you to, he just called me. That's a way for you to truly understand, one, if you know a topic that well, that way you can explain it to a 5-year-old and it would make sense. That's how you know you're truly knowledgeable of something. So being able to say, hey, point this here, go left, and then run down the street. You know what you're you could tell that to Maiya. She would know exactly what you want her to do. You tell that to me, it's gonna look entirely different for what you wanted her to do. Mm-hmm. So probably how you would explain something to her would be different than how you would explain to your partner, because you can talk in short sentences to your partner. To other people, can't necessarily do that.
I did not get a chance to talk about over communication. Is that such a thing as well too?
Yes.
Yes, but I feel like more
trauma dumping is a form of over communication.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
I feel like over communication for me, and I feel like I don't want to say maybe men feel this way because ladies can feel this way too, but it's I feel like I'm getting more details than I need.
Controversial.
You mean from your partner to you? You get more details than what you feel like you need? Or just in general, you feel like you can life would be much smoother if you had a little bit less details?
So not necessarily in the capacity of I just took a dump and I just wiped. Not necessarily that, but the way that you guys were talking about in under communication or mansplaining, I feel like over communication comes from you need to walk up these gates and you need to do this and you need to talk to this person. So I feel like sometimes I get too many details and I feel like the pressure is
because it's
the analogy
it's too many details because it's hard to absorb, or you just don't feel like you need those details in order to do what you're trying to do?
It's a little bit of both. I feel like there's a lot of pressure. Okay, so I'm to the point where ladies are good communicators, right?
Yes.
And I feel like...
Not always.
Side note...
We're natural communicators. It doesn't mean we're effective communicators.
Okay, so
there's a difference.
Okay, so even with that, I feel like I have the privilege of being around a lot of effective communicators, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then even when we're talking about bare minimums or this is how I need to be treated, sometimes the pressure I feel like is on me that if you communicate something and I let you down, like it's kind of the end of the world.
The end of the world?
It is. You've made it feel like the end of the world several times.
So
I don't feel like it's the end of the world.
You've made it feel like the end of the world.
Is it because question? So would that be because that slightly ignore? I'll get to the point where you say you make it feel like the end of the world. That question, that statement pinned in my mind, but we'll take out that pen another day. In terms to you feeling like it's the end of the world, do you feel more guilty? Like assuming it was like it's a behavior that can be fixed over time. Not necessarily get us to be fixed right then and there because Rome wasn't built in a day. Would you say that after the communication has been had, you feel more disappointment because you were told about it and you feel like because you let your partner down in this way, you feel like you let yourself down? Or is it more so just because you're catching shit from her, you feel more like shit?
Yes, the latter.
The latter.
And the thing about it for me is like, okay, there's only so many things. And, we have rebuttals and, we might communicate, this is how I feel about this is how I feel about that. And even with communicating about compromises or so on and so forth, I feel like for me, I'm so simple and I'm so chill and there's not so much. And it's like you're communicating that you want this. You're communicating that you want this. This is how you want to be treated. This is how you want to feel. This is X, Y, and Z. This is the expectation. Even going back to our first conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for me, all I'm asking for is peace. And then when your list of like 12 things versus my list of 2 things, and, it's like, oh, I'm doing all the things right. I only asked you for 2 things.
Is it because that you function in simplicity? That's what you want to receive you want to receive simplicity.
Yeah, I feel like most men are simple though.
But okay, sure.
Yes,
but do you feel like I don't feel like anything that I have requested of you is complicated?
All right, so I don't think that it's necessarily a thing of it being complicated. It's the fact of like, oh, well, a month ago this wasn't a thing. Or like 2 months ago this wasn't a thing. Now this is a thing.
Well, that's where...
But that's just time and life and things choosing.
But that's where, that's what happens with time. Granted, the core essence of who you are and the core essence of your relationship should not change.
No.
Right.
It really should not change. Especially if it's built solid and it's on a solid foundation, it will not change.
Right.
Now, what will change is, yes, you guys will grow. You guys will learn new things. You guys will discover different parts about yourself. Mm-hmm. You'll discover that in your relationship that, you might need this one particular thing right now. You may not need it forever, but you might need it for right now. Mm-hmm. And as your partner, you should feel, and I know that you two definitely feel this for each other, to feel comfortable enough to ask for, even though like you're given 60-30 and that extra 10% is kind of just chilling on the table for right now, and you want that extra 10, you need that extra 10% at the moment, then it's okay to ask your partner for that extra 10%. Or it's okay to communicate that, hey, I need this extra 10% right now. We don't know where it's coming from. Granted, both of us are giving 60-40. If each of us got to give in a little bit of 5% just to make it to that 10, then that's what we got to do. Mm-hmm. But the beauty and the part that's missing in a lot of relationships is not giving each other that space to grow in the ebbs and flows of each other. So like you guys have a beautiful relationship and I love watching you guys. Like it is so amazing to see. And seeing how
even when she beats me up.
Even when
Katie.
I like the fact that I'm raising my hand in this. Like I feel like such a nice student.
Yes.
I have a lovely ending question.
Okay. Specifically
for like the couples. And honestly, y'all, when y'all watch this, put y'all answers in the comments if y'all are in relationships or just in relationships or doing whatever. What is, and each of you give your answer, what is your favorite non-verbal way each of you says I love you? Or how each person says I love you? So your favorite way that he says I love you non-verbally.
So when I'm working, there's a thing where it's like you just like let me know that you're behind me, especially for like the how big is your dream stuff, or even like when I'm editing inside of that, like your chair. You come up behind me and then you just rub me up.
You like that?
I pretend like I don't.
It's how he's looking at
do,
you.
but there are times where he's like,
I need you to understand. I need you to understand. I know, like, he's looking at you, but like I'm looking at him look at you. Like, literally, when, like, yes, as annoyed as it is, like, when you do it, and I'm sure he's like, babe, I'm in the zone, like,
literally, that's what I'm like,
as a worker bee, I understand. I was a worker bee, I understand. But for
because I know you're there.
But the way he looks at you is just kind of like,
yes.
It was the side too. I was just like, oh.
It's just kind of one of those things, like every single time. Like you even did it like last week, Friday. You do it when I'm editing. You do it all the time. And it's just kind of one, it's like not even like anything like different. You do it the same way every single time. And I'm just like, I know she's there.
Oh, I won't call you gay this. I wasn't going to say it the same. I wasn't going to say it. No, it's okay. That is interesting.
You hit me in my flow state, and then you hit me when I'm like trying to like move mountains and like actually like understand what incarnation is going on.
But sometimes it's nice to just have an extra.
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm trying to like break, because I know that you're tense. And so for me, I'm trying to like break it up so you can like take a moment. Everything's cool. Like just.
Yeah, you do. It's like I go from a 10 to a 9.
Like a 9.8.
Okay, I'll answer now. Something that you do, some nonverbal thing that you do that shows me that you love me. I'm trying to get specific because I feel like...
Or that you feel love. Like, it's like when he does it, it's just like, yeah, I know he loves me.
When you... And this can kind of come in different forms. But obviously you know that I have like the eye condition. And even if it's not that in particular, sometimes you will just like... You'll just like jump in and like take care of things or like read something or like, especially technologically. And it's like, I'm sure some people like would maybe be like annoyed because you'll be like, I'll do it. And you're not doing it in like an offensive way or like a condescending way. It's not a mansplaining thing, but you'll just take care of it. And it's like, even if, because sometimes I'll just like try and do stuff on my own because I'm used to doing stuff on my own anyway. But even like taking the remote and like doing the thing, or like anytime you see that I'm struggling with something, you will just like jump in and like fill in the gap and do it. And I can just like, that's nice.
I know.
Yeah, I gotta make it fair. Equal rights, equal lives.
Equal rights.
Equal rights, equal lives.
So, yeah.
Equal rights, equal lefts is hilarious.
I like that actually. But yeah, definitely.
So, with that being said, we're just chatting. Katie, you're an all-star, you're natural. I have you on payroll now.
Yeah.
I would say round 2 with Katie and her ex.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, not on this podcast. It's a different one. Sorry.
Nah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, my legs hurt from sitting in this.
You say you hope you look good?
Yes, I do.
And thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, thanks for watching.
Hopefully you guys got some tidbits here and there.
Just chatting. Watch your head.
I'm getting older, boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Getting older. You're in your 20s.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.